It's time for our live parade coverage, so I'm going to turn over the broadcast to parade announcer Craig Schuler, and I'll see you at the end of the parade.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a flyover turning the corner here at Michigan Degree Field. We have a flight of T6 aircraft. The T6 aircraft were flown in World War II, later used in the Korean War by tactical air controllers of the 5th Air Force. These legendary T6s are also known as mosquitoes because of their mosquito call sign during missions. The call sign was given to them due to the distinctive sound of those engines. These planes are owned by the veterans who have fully restored them. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our community's 86th Annual Memorial Day Parade. We're always so fortunate to have the flyovers to start our parade off. As our participants make their way up the route here, today's theme of the parade is honoring hometown heroes. And it looks like we're going to have another pass of those T6 aircraft coming from the east, right down Michigan Avenue here. And leading off today's parade in the Escort Division is the Dearborn Police Honor Guard, Dearborn Police Department. First car here being driven by Police Chief Ronald Haddad. And riding in the car is the 2009 Veteran of the Year, Thomas Houle. The Dearborn Police Department includes approximately 20 sworn male and female officers who stand on guard to protect our safety 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And we are fortunate to have a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter for today's parade. Now passing by the reviewing stand, our parade marshals, ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Joseph Martin, representing the U.S. Army. The 2010 Mustang that Colonel Martin is riding in was provided by Ford Motor Company Veterans Group, and the driver is Dan Dunderstack. Until his enlistment, Colonel Martin was a Dearborn resident and a 1981 graduate of Dearborn High. Martin served as a commander 3 times in Iraq during Desert Storm and at the beginning and end of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Major Robert Seeley, representing the U.S. Air Force and Michigan National Guard, riding in a 2010 Mustang provided by Ford Motor Company Veterans Group, driver Matt Preston. Another flyover of T-6s. As Squadron Commander of the 127th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron of the Michigan Air National Guard, Major Seeley oversees a crew of 200 reservists who maintain A-10 Thunderbolt II and other fighter jets. Major Seeley was recruited by the Dearborn Police Department in 1995. Marvin Steigerwald, representing the U.S. Marine Corps, riding in a Mustang provided by Dennis Lark. Marvin Steigerwald enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps after graduating from Fordson High School in 1989. And representing the United States Navy, Ron Tomasi, also riding in a Mustang provided by Dennis Lark. His 21-year military career began in 1984 as an aircraft mechanic with the U.S. Navy on the USS Carl Vinson. Tomasi currently works with the Chicago Police Force as a tactical sergeant who deals with gangs and homicides. And representing the U.S. Coast Guard, Matt Post, riding in another Mustang provided by Dennis Lark. Matt Post is a 1984 graduate of Edsel Ford High School, joined the U.S. Coast Guard on September 4th, 2001. A week later, it became a crucial job for Homeland Security. He still lives in Dearborn with his fiancée, and he is proud to represent the U.S. Coast Guard in his hometown on Memorial Day Parade. Please join me in honoring our parade marshal and special guests. Extend to them our warmest Dearborn welcome. Now, passing by the reviewing stand, the Fordson High School Band, Scott Guthrie, director. Now passing the reviewing stand, the 2010 Memorial Day Parade Committee. Our parade committee for today's parade are Richard Fleet, commander of the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council, Joe Terry, DAWV adjutant, another T6 flyover. And also from our parade committee, State Representative Gino Polidori and Greg Price from the Missing in America Project, both of whom helped make today's funeral procession possible. They're riding in a 2010 Mustang provided by Ford Motor Company Veterans Group, driven by Nancy Welby. Rounding off our parade committee, we have Craig Tillman, DAWB Senior Vice Commander, Tom Wilson, DAWB Junior Vice Commander, Ted Gajecki, George Harvey, John Weslowski, DAWB Trustee, Commander Richard A. Fleek and his son Jason, riding in a Mustang provided by Dennis Lark, followed by his wife Brenda and their daughters Haley and Savannah, riding in the blue Mustang provided by Linda Bloom. We would like to give special thanks to the Memorial Day Parade Committee for their help and support. We have the past Veterans of the Year, 1984, George Harvey, 2004 Veteran of the Year, Al Tortonesi, riding in a PT Cruiser driven by Val Murphy, Goodrich. 1987, Dave Dumas, riding in Julie Pucci's T-Bird, driven by Al Wozniak. And now coming down Michigan Avenue, we have the T6s again. And I believe we have a B-25 that's heading over. It's making its way over now. A B-25 from the Yankee Air Force at Willow Run. It's a Yankee Warrior, restored World War II era B-25D medium bomber. We also had the 2003 Veteran of the Year, Ted Gajecki, riding in a Mercedes-Benz, provided and driven by Sam Salami. 2007 Frank Palaccio, Veteran of the Year, and his wife Pam, riding in a Mustang, provided by Andy Barnett. And the 2008 Veteran of the Year, Gary Tanner, with his wife and two kids, Nicholas and Philip, riding in a white Mustang. And followed by Dearborn's Audrey Myers, past Grand Marshal and World War II veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, now passing in review, the mayor of the hometown of automotive pioneer Henry Ford, the Honorable John B. Jack O'Reilly, Jr. It looks like that B-25 is going to make a couple passes over again. We now have our elected local, county, state, and national officials from the Dearborn City Council. Council President Tom Tefelsky, Council President Pro Tem Suzanne Serini, Councilman George Duraney, Councilman Mark Shishanian, Councilman Robert Abraham, Councilman Brian C. O'Donnell, Councilwoman Nancy Hubbard, and Dearborn City Clerk Kathleen Buda. And there's Councilwoman Nancy Hubbard. It looked like Councilman Robert Abraham had one of his little guys in tow. We also have from the 19th District Court, the Honorable Chief Judge Mark Summers, the Honorable Judge William C. Hultgren, the Honorable Judge Richard Wygonek. And from the Dearborn Public Schools, the Superintendent and members of the school board, Superintendent Brian Whiston and his wife Beth, Pamela Adams, Mary Petlichkoff, Amy Blackburn, and Hussein Berry. And we have our state senator, Irma Clark Coleman. He's got a few guys in tow here as well. Looks like that B-25 came back over. Again, the B-25 from the Yankee Air Force at Willow Run Airport. The Yankee Warrior is a restored World War II era B-25D medium bomber, now a part of the Yankee Air Force, which flies out of Willow Run Airport. The Yankee Warrior was flown during World War II for bombing missions over Sicily and the Brenner Pass. Now passing in review, United States Congressman John Dingell and Mrs. Debbie Dingell, also riding with Congressman Dingell, United States Senator Debbie Stabenow. We also have United States Congressman John Conyers Jr., Dearborn's representatives in the Michigan legislature, State Representative David E. Nathan, Wayne County Executive Robert A. Ficano, and Wayne County Commissioner Gary Warnchuk. Wayne County Circuit Court Judge Gershwin Drain, and the Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon. Band, Rick Pierce, director. Airborne Division Association, 101st Airborne Division. The members of the 82nd Airborne would like to remember their commander, James Etherton, that passed away earlier this month. He was the original commander of the group and held that position for more than 30 years. The 82nd Airborne Division was activated March 25, 1942, under the command of Major General Omar Bradley. In World War II, the 82nd Airborne Division spent 2 years overseas and 442 days in combat. The division suffered more than 3,000 killed in action, 106 missing in action, 12,604 wounded. The 82nd Airborne Division was the most decorated division in Europe in World War II. They saw action in Africa, Sicily, Italy, France, Holland, Belgium, Germany, the Dominican Republic, Korea, Vietnam, Grenada, Panama, Afghanistan, and Iraq. Next up, we have the American Czech veterans of World War II. Hubert Fatale, commander. Marching with, or riding with, Commander Fatale is his charming wife, Radilla. They're both Fordson High School graduates and lifetime Dearborn residents for nearly 80 years. The General Henry Dearborn AMVETS Post Number 4, Tom Wilson, commander. This post is involved in Veterans Affairs, Needs, and Activities. Several members of the post are part of the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council Honor Guard and perform at veterans' funerals and other groups. The AMVETS Ladies Auxiliary Post 45, Rose Solak, President. Riding with the post president is Vietnam veteran J.C. Didell, who served in the Air Force. Is from Veterans Hospital. They are riding in the 1940 Ford Coupe, Club Coupe, owned by Simon Hatchigan. Dearborn's hometown Marine Corps League Detachment 152, Philip Smith, Commandant. The Dearborn Detachment was founded on November 1st, 1941 by former Mayor Orville Hubbard, who was a Marine himself. Detachment 152 is the oldest Marine detachment in the state of Michigan and is comprised of former active, retired, and reserve Marines and associate members of other branches. I got nothing there for them. Now, passing by the reviewing stand, Vietnam Veterans of America, James L. Heward, Chapter 267. Roy Flores, President. With over 200 members, Chapter 267 meets the fourth Wednesday of the month at 7:30 p.m. at the American Legion Post 364 on Telegraph Road. Vietnam Veterans of America, James L. Heward Chapter, followed by the American Legion, Fort Dearborn Post 364, Philip S. Smith, Commander. Post 364 members are very active in support of veterans and their families, as well as hosting the VVA Chapter 267 of the Michigan Military Moms and the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council. Post 364 also hosts Hog Heaven, their single largest fundraising event every September. The Women's Auxiliary Post 364, Brenda Fleet, President, works with the veterans to support the Legion programs and community projects. Their Poppy Day sale is their single largest fundraiser. And an excellent group, the Michigan Military Moms. They are a support group for mothers with sons and daughters in the military. This group sends packages and cards to the troops and supports each other through meetings and fellowship. For more information, visit their website at michiganmilitarymoms.org. Now passing by in review, the American Legion Ford Motor Company Post 173, Craig Tillman, Commander. We also have the Ford Veterans Network Group. Dan Dutterstadt, Commander. Ford Motor Company Veterans Network Group members are veterans supporting veterans. We have the Executive Chairperson of the Veterans Group and Army veteran Mike Bannister, President and CEO of Ford Motor Credit, along with the Veterans Group today. Corporal Ian Gray, Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 51.
Looking good, John.
Thomas Houle, Commander, the DAV Chapter 51 is devoted to the cause of improving and advancing the condition, health, and interest of all injured and disabled veterans. The Color Guard is comprised of cadets from the Livonia Churchill High School, ROTC. Now passing in review, the Polish Legion American Veterans Dearborn Post 75. Commander of Post 75, Richard Jabenda. Post 75 of the PLAV was chartered over 70 years ago in Dearborn. The Polish Legion American Veterans Ladies Auxiliary Chapter 75, President Lynn Darmsek. Chapter 75 Ladies Auxiliary has been serving area veterans for over 50 years. They volunteer at VA hospitals and work with youth groups and give out scholarships. Just another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, you're invited to attend a special remembrance service honoring those Americans who have given their lives in the defense of our liberty. The remembrance service will take place immediately following the Memorial Day Parade at the Dearborn War Memorial, located at City Hall here at the corner of Michigan and Schaefer. Offering remarks during the service will be Dearborn Mayor John B. O'Reilly Jr., as well as Colonel Joseph M. Martin, today's Parade Grand Marshal, and Colonel Keith Souza. Heading up our 2nd Division, the Dearborn Fire Department, Color and Honor Guard. The Dearborn Fire Department is headed by Acting Chief Dean Preach. The men and women of the Dearborn Fire Department respond to nearly 10,000 emergency calls every year. They are certified firefighter paramedics with advanced skills in technical rescue, hazardous materials, vehicle extraction, and officer enrichment training. 4 fire stations located in the city allows only minutes for emergency response, earning the department a best-in-class status. Let's hear it again for the men and women of our Dearborn Fire Department. Next up in today's parade, the Association of Patriotic Arab Americans in the Military. Marching today are the Arab Americans who served and currently are serving in the military. Some members served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf War, Iraq, and Afghanistan. There are 3,500 Arab Americans currently serving in the U.S. military. Founded shortly after September 11, 2001, the group's goal is to highlight the patriotism and the contributions of Arab Americans to our country's freedom. For more information on this group, you can visit their website at apaam.org. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the City of Dearborn and the Dearborn Allied War Veterans Council would like to thank the major sponsors of today's events. That's Dearborn Federal Savings Bank, the East Dearborn Downtown Development Authority, and Future Movement of America. Other parade sponsors include Bianco Travel, Luxury Limousine, Dearborn Order D. Molay, Kroger at Greenfield in Michigan, Tim Conley Manager, Dennis Lark, Ford Company Veterans Network, Group, Julie Pucci, Val Murphy Goodrich, Dennis and Linda Bloom, BLS Properties LLC, and the Dearborn Hills Golf Course. Now, passing by the reviewing stand, the U.S. Army Cadets of Selfridge Air National Guard Base. The Army Cadets of Selfridge is the local unit for the United States Army Cadet Corps. They have been serving our country since 1909. The Army Cadets is a military adventure and career exploration program for youth 12 to 18. Next, we have the Michigan Chapter 101st Airborne Association and Able Company 506th Reenactment Group. Marching today are veterans of D-Day, Market Garden, Holland, Bastogne, and Vietnam, veterans of Hamburger Hill, Firebase Ripcord, and members of the 506th PIR Band of Brothers fame. Reenactors are from the Able 506 Living History Group. Next up, we have the Wayne County 40 and 8 Voiture number 957. The 40 and 8 started during World War I in France. They got their name from the narrow French boxcars called voitures, which hold up to 40 men or 8 horses and transport them to the front. The 40 and 8 is an honor society of the American Legion. Veterans must be invited to join. Today, the 40 and 8 raises money with the box cars for training of nurses and doctors, child welfare programs, and community work. Stand the Divine Child High School Band, Robert Bush, Director. The Divine Child High School Band, followed by the Rotary Club of Dearborn. Rotary is the world's first service organization, which was founded by Paul P. Harris in 1905 in Chicago, Illinois. The name Rotary is derived from the early practice of rotating meetings among members' offices. Rotary has evolved into an international service organization of 1.2 million business and professional leaders in 33,000 clubs worldwide. This club meets weekly at the Fairlane Club in Dearborn. Now passing the reviewing stand, the members of the Free and Accepted Masons, Dearborn Lodge number 172. Dearborn Lodge number 172, along with the 3.5 million other Masons worldwide, continue to help the United States face the problems of the 21st century by building bridges of brotherhood and instilling in our communities ideals for a better tomorrow. The Lodge has been part of the Dearborn community since 1866. The Kiwanis Club of Dearborn. They have been serving the community since 1928. The annual Kiwanis Peanut Drive will be held on September 11th, 12th, and 13th this year. The Polish Alliance Dancers of Dearborn. Since 1963, the group has been serving the Polish American community with instruction provided to youth and adults in authentic Polish dance, language, and culture. The Polanie group provides authentic instruction to adult students 18 years and older. Discover your Polish soul. All are welcome to join. The Exchange Club of Dearborn. The Dearborn Exchange Club is celebrating their 85th year of service to the Dearborn community. Members of the Dearborn Exchange Club support many city projects and organizations such as the Dearborn Police and Fire Departments, Dearborn Schools, and many other projects and organizations here in the city of Dearborn. The Lebanese American Heritage Club. They are a nonprofit organization dedicated to promote the educational, cultural, social, and athletic affairs of the Arab American community. The LAHC salutes the heroes who sacrificed their lives so that our freedom and dignity remain. Now passing by in review, the Yemen American Benevolent Association. a helpful hand for all your needs. The YADA lives in the heart of the Arab community. The Maltese American Community Club. They have been serving our community and preserving the Maltese culture for many years. Representing the Maltese American Community Club is Miss Malta 2009-2010, Jennifer Rock, as well as Natalie Montoni and Kevin Zahara, wearing the traditional Maltese costumes. Next up, the Dearborn Outer Drive Kiwanis and Key Club. The Dearborn Outer Drive Kiwanis runs Safety Town and the Dictionary Project. The Dearborn Outer Drive Kiwanis and the 2009-2010 Key Club Volunteer of the Year, honored by Mayor John B. O'Reilly. Next up, the Italian-American Fraternal Club of Dearborn, Joe Persicone, president. The club has been active in Dearborn for 61 years. Now passing in review, the Friends for the Dearborn Animal Shelter, led by Elaine Green. Escorting their four-legged friends today are supporters, staff, and volunteers from the Dearborn Animal Shelter. Some of these playful pups are available for adoption. These spokes dogs are here today representing their friends of both the cat and dog variety back at the Dearborn Animal Shelter as they await their new forever families to adopt them. You can also find them on parade 24/7 online at dearborn-animals.com. And to round off our second division, the Dearborn Democratic Club. The club is very proud to participate in the Memorial Day Parade for the very first time. Our veterans and troops deserve this recognition and honor at every turn. They are thankful for this opportunity for allowing them to express their heartfelt appreciation. And now, heading up our third division, the Edsel Ford High School Band, Greg Gosser, director. Michigan American Co-ed Queens come from all over Michigan, including Dearborn's own Erica Andrews, who is Miss Michigan American Co-ed 2010. All of the 2010 Queens will represent Michigan at the Nationals in Disney World later on this year. American Co-ed pageants annually hold states pageants for the purpose of recognizing and rewarding outstanding young men and women between the ages of 3 and 22 for their accomplishments and to encourage them to set and achieve high goals for the future. Sickles Dance Gallery and Christine Sickle. Students of Sickles Dance Gallery are dancing to music of Prince entitled America. Dancers range in age from 3 to 17 years old. They are beginner to advanced students in ballet, tap, hip-hop, gymnastics, and musical theater. The advanced competition students have won numerous overall and gold awards in competition this year. Dancers from Sickles participate in community theater events, school plays, cheerleading, sports, and extracurricular activities. Sickles Dance is a partner with the Dearborn Public Schools, and classes are offered through their community education program. No, you don't. No. Catherine. Now passing in review, Michigan's Junior Miss Scholarship Program. Representing Michigan's Junior Miss Scholarship Program is state scholarship winner Cindy Lee from Muskegon, along with Dearborn's Junior Miss Christy Schrader, Dearborn Heights Junior Miss Lindsay Pestrak, Wayne County's Junior Miss Ann Gary, Livonia's Junior Miss Angel Gagnon, and White Lake Junior Miss Bethany Dickerson. Michigan's Junior Miss is a college scholarship program open to high school senior young women in the state of Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Scout Packs for our parade. Cub Scout Pack 1111, sponsored by Cherry Hill Presbyterian Church, led by Cub Master Jim Pedersen. The Gentner Farm Mall with Cub Scout Pack 1112. This group is passing out apples and candy to parade goers. Cub Scout Pack 1112 is chartered through the First United Methodist Church of Dearborn. They've been chartered for over 60 years, and their motto this year is "Farming feeds and supports our troops." Next up in our lineup of scouts here, Cub Scout Pack 1116 from Lindbergh Elementary. Cub Scout Pack 1116 has been sponsored by the Lindbergh Elementary PTA for over 60 years. Cub Scout Pack 1117 representing Duval Elementary. This pack is chartered by the Duval Elementary PTA. Next up, Cub Scout Pack 1127 and Troop 1127 from Sacred Heart School. Brent Richards is their Cub Master. Pack 1127 has been very active in community service projects. They have also participated in several projects to send supplies to our troops overseas. Their float is a representation of Arlington National Cemetery. Marching with Cub Scout Pack 1127 is Boy Scout Troop 1127, also a Sacred Heart School in Dearborn. Gary Tanner, their Scoutmaster. Troop 1127 just completed their first community service project, which consisted of placing flags on the graves of all 139 veterans at Mount Holly Cemetery. We also have Cub Scout Pack 1136 from Guardian Airplane, 1151 from the Divine Child, and the Duval Elementary Girl Scout Troop. Represented by Girl Scout Daisies from Duval Elementary School. Mr. Sunshine the Clown. Mr. Sunshine has appeared in 5 of the last 6 Memorial Day parades here in Dearborn. The O.L. Smith School Band, Eric Shea, Director. Division, the Monsignor Schulte Assembly, number 0492, Knights of Columbus Dearborn, with the Canadian Color Corps from Windsor. They are led by Commander Sir Knight Don Brzezowski. The meaning of the colors of the Color Corps: gold is for the master of the district, green for the marshal, purple for the commander of his unit, white for the navigator of the assembly, and red for the Color Corps men. Next up, the Bishop Foley Council, Knights of Columbus, number 2660, Lawrence Szymanski, Grand Knight. Currently, the council chambers is located at St. Clement Catholic Church. Bishop Foley Council was founded in 1927. The Knights of Columbus, Father Patrick O'Kelly Council, number 3860. Father O'Kelly's Knights of Columbus is a Catholic men's organization that has been involved in the community for over 50 years, and they look forward to continuing that support. The council was chartered on June 15, 1954, and was named in honor of the missionary of Dearborn and the surrounding area, Father Patrick O'Kelly. And now, passing in review the St. Clement Catholic Church. St. Clement's Parish honors those who have served our country. St. Clement Catholic Church was founded in 1927. Located here in East Dearborn, its members are longtime supporters of our veterans, under the leadership of Father Charles Fontana and Deacon Bob Rowland. The Dearborn Historical Museum, Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War and Northwest Territory of North and South Skirmishers Association. The Dearborn Historical Museum is made up of various buildings at two locations. The Commandant's Quarters, located at Michigan and Monroe, and the McFadden Ross House, the museum annex, and the Gardner House, found at 915 Brady. Now passing the reviewing stand, the Henry Ford, America's greatest history attraction. Inspiring people to learn from authentic objects, stories, and lives, from America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation. Stop by on Father's Day weekend at June 19th and 20th for the Motor Muster, or the Makers Fair on July 31st and August 1st. The Makers Fair is a two-day family-friendly event that celebrates arts, crafts, engineering, food, music, science, and technology projects, and the do-it-yourself mindset. For tickets or more information, stop by thehenryford.org. The Colonel Joshua Howard Chapter, National Society, Daughters of the American Revolution. Their goal is to perpetuate the memory and spirit of the men and women who achieved American independence and to foster patriotic citizenship. Membership is open to women aged 18 years or older who are descendants of Revolutionary War veterans. The Dogmatics Canine Precision Drill Team, led by Director Dan Morris. This group is made up of 20-plus members that have been training their dogs for several years at Dan Morris Dog Training in Livonia. Not only does the group perform in several local parades, but they also put on obedience demonstrations at local retirement homes and schools. Some of the dogs are also certified as therapy dogs, so they can go into hospitals for therapy with patients. Now passing in review, the Dearborn Sail and Power Squadron, a unit of the United States Power Squadrons. Led by Commander Sherry Moulart, the Dearborn Sail and Power Squadron helps save lives through boating education, promotes fraternal and civic activities among boaters. The Honor Guard proudly displays the U.S. flag, the U.S. Power Squadron ensign, and the Squadron Burgee, celebrating almost 60 years of service to Dearborn and Southeast Michigan. The Dearborn's Power Squadron proudly salutes those men and women who have gone before us to protect our country and keep our freedoms free. The Dearborn Christian School and Preschool. Dearborn Christian School and Preschool is partnering with families to provide excellent education and development of the whole child. Dearborn Christian School provides a safe and happy environment with teachers who love and enjoy teaching. Now passing the reviewing stand, the Dearborn Special Olympics from Howe School. Special Olympics mission is to provide sports training and athletic competition in a variety of Olympic-type sports for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. Next up, the Future Movement Michigan Chapter. The Future Movement of Michigan salutes all who have served our country so admirably during peacetime and in times of conflict. Every day we strive to honor our servicemen and women who have put their personal lives on hold and have given their bodies and souls to protect our freedom and our lives. Now passing the reviewing stand, the Dearborn High School Band, Jeff Oshnock, Director. Once again, the Dearborn High School Band. Now, passing by the reviewing stand, we have the red, white, and blue Ford F-150 trucks. Ford salutes American veterans. Let's give a big hand to all of our servicemen and women for what they do for us every day. Let's also give a hand to the 2010 parade participants for a great parade today.